Interview with Ilia Topuria, take 1.
Look at that. This one's a little bit different because normally we're at fight week.
Yeah.
We're preparing for a fight. We are still preparing for a fight, but we're a few months out. So I just want to say thank you for welcoming me to this fantastic place in Madrid.
Please. My pleasure. Always.
And I always find these types of conversations that we can get a little bit deeper. We can have a little bit more of a lifestyle conversation.
I'm gonna try my best with my English.
Your English is much better than my Spanish, my friend. So you're going to be good. I would ask you about the fight and how it's going to play out with Justin, but you've already told everybody. You've been on your Instagram and you've upgraded the bio.
For sure, we are gonna win that fight.
Talk to me about the mentality of that, because I want to get inside your head. I'm fascinated with the way that you think. Okay, I want to talk about things like that where you upgrade your bio. The win has already been done. The night before the fight, when you take the team out for a celebration, the win has already been done. I want to talk about that. Explain that a little bit more. Where does that come from? I always used
to say, like, the medals are earned in the training, in the competition, you just go to collect them. I used to work so hard that I don't have any doubts about my victory. You know, I know that all the homework is done, that I did everything that I could, and there's no way that I'm not gonna get that victory.
Where does that mentality come from?
Maybe because I love the feeling of winning. Maybe from that, I love winning.
But to be able to put it out there, pre-fight, there's a big risk with that. Or do you not see it as a risk at all?
I don't see it as a risk at all. I don't see it as a risk, to be honest. I don't see it as a risk.
Have you always been like that? As a kid, were you like that?
Always. I always used to call my shots before it happened. Yeah, always. I'm like, if I want something, I'm gonna do everything that I can to make it happen. Everything. Like, I'm not gonna leave anything behind.
I want to remind you of something then, because I don't know if you recollect this conversation that we had. I can't remember whether it was before Volkanovski or whether it was before Holloway, all right? But it was one of those conversations that we had in the build-up to this fight. And it's about predictions, and it's about predicting the future. You said to me, without even flinching, because I asked you, what's your goals and ambitions?
Okay.
And you said to me, I'm going to be a 3-weight world champion.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to do it before I'm 30 years of age.
Yeah, now I'm 29, so I have a couple of months ahead to make it happen.
You're 30 next January, yeah? So you've got a good half year to maybe get that opportunity.
And it could happen easily. Actually, it was about to happen. Because before I get the confirmation to fight against Justin, I was supposed to fight against Islam. So Dana said that he was about to make the announcements of the White House card. So, and myself, like, from the call that I get from the UFC, I knew that I was fighting Islam, because the first fight that they offered me, it was against Islam. So I went to sleep, and in the middle of the night, I get, like, I don't know, 100 calls from Mark, from the UFC, like, listen, he's injured and you're gonna face Justin Gaethje. So hours before the announcement of the card, I was supposed to fight against Islam. That fight was this close to happen.
Is there, given the prediction that you gave me then a few years ago, is it a slight tinge of disappointment? Because I know that you are a person that likes to achieve these big things.
I can feel a disappointment because the things that are out of my control, like whatever, I don't involve any emotions in the things that are out of my control, you know what I mean? So if the fight has to happen, it's gonna happen. If not, it's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen at some point. I hope so, at least. And hopefully it's gonna happen at the end of the year. After this fight, who knows? Maybe we are gonna get that fight, finally.
Are you surprised that it is Justin that you're fighting at the White House?
If I'm surprised because I thought that Paddy was gonna that he's gonna win that fight against Justin.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in myself before that fight that I would face Paddy, because since the first moment that they announced the White House, I always knew that I would be in that event. So I was like, if Justin is fighting against Party, I'm gonna fight the winner, and I think that Party's gonna win that fight. And I was surprised because of that.
I want to pick you up on that, because you just said to me, I always knew that I was going to be on the White House card. But this comes back to the prediction thing again, because you only found out the night before. So how did you always know?
Because if a company is gonna do a show off of the products that they have, I consider myself as one of the best products that the UFC has right now. So I had to be in that card.
But you hadn't had a phone call about it?
Anything. I didn't know anything.
What else can you predict?
Actually, they told me that I wouldn't be in that card.
They physically told you?
Yeah, they told me.
We're not going to use you for that card?
Yeah.
But you still believe that it would happen?
I always knew it.
Can you do the lottery numbers or anything like that? Because I need a little bit of help, man.
No. Not at that point.
What does it mean to you to actually be on that card? Because as you just highlighted there, if they're going to do a show-off event, if they're going to do a signature event,
yeah,
the most powerful man in the world is allowing fights on his front lawn.
How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
It's so crazy.
What does it mean to you?
I don't know. It's a huge opportunity. If you are a fighter, you want to be in that card. And specifically, you want to be the main event. So here I am.
Alex, Max, and Charles, back to back.
Yeah.
They're all going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Every single one of those fighters.
Loves. I have so much respect for them. So much.
But you stopped them all with a knockout.
Yeah.
Does that not feel
crazy, right? It is, to be honest. Why I would lie you? Like, I don't want to lie you. It is. And now Justin Gaethje. To be able to knock out Walt, Max Holloway, Charles, and Justin, it's just crazy. Like, I respect them like so much. Great athletes. They have done so many great things.
Well, look at what Volk's done after you.
Bro.
Sensational fighter.
Everything I can say about them is like respect.
Talk to me about the Rose. Because that is, for people that don't know, they obviously see you with the Rose.
Show of respect, like.
But people don't know the heritage of that. Obviously, it's a Spanish heritage from bullfighting, yeah? Correct? So it's a show of respect.
When a bullfighter finishes shows and he...
When he finishes the show?
Yeah, when he finishes the show, in proof or in show of respect, he leaves a rose.
And that is your respect to the opponent?
This is my respect to my opponent.
What's that? What's that one?
I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I
want to know, is that English tea? What are you doing there?
I don't know. Don't ask me, because I don't have the answer of that.
That just happened like that?
I remember I just knocked him out, and I'm like...
You know that it's like one of the biggest memes on social media now. Everybody seems to be doing that thing. There's kids out there doing it.
From where it came from, I swear I was like, bam.